Let's now bring in Peter Kruger. He's the head of business development at Phangela Private Security Group. Thank you so much for your time, Peter. So we've heard just some dramatic testimony, of course, today. Earlier, one of the witnesses, in fact, Captain Wanda, describing how this heavily armed Hawks team stormed, this takedown operation of alleged crime boss Katiso Molefe in December of 2024. Captain Wanda, went on to testify that the situation escalated so dramatically that even a helicopter hovered overhead, all while his team was in the middle of, arresting Molefe. What do you make of just the testimony that we've been hearing today, particularly around these different units?
Thanks, Anati, and nice to speak to you again. It reads like a Sunday night movie. I think with regards to the testimony, it highlights a reality that we see across security landscapes, that systems are under pressure, that at Phangela Group, we've built our reputation on disciplined processes, verified reporting, digital oversight, and strong accountability frameworks. And those are the fundamentals that prevent the kind of breakdown being discussed at the Commission. What we see in the evidence given today was that there's lots of contradictions, there's difficulty to follow up, there's difficulty to know something for certain, and that all reads back to a lack of processes and a lack of visibility in the processes that is run. So it creates for a lot of confusion and a lot of people that needs to almost puzzle back the pieces to get to what we believe is a reasonable answer.
Yeah. Captain Wanda testified that, he learned from Molefe's bodyguard that Molefe was allegedly friends with Police Minister Senzo Mchunu. We also heard that it was, the former Hawks head, Lieutenant General Godfrey Lebeya, who allegedly authorized the Hawks intervention that day. You will recall some two teams of the Hawk were there, as we are hearing. In your view, does the testimony heard today point to then this rogue elements or even political capture within parts of law enforcement, as we've been hearing, of course, from Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi?
That's a difficult one, Unati, and we will have to defer the investigation details to SABC and the Commission for Findings. So our focus at Phangela Group is on solutions and systems. How do we avoid something like this happening? But I want to leave the actual finding and adjudication to the Commission.
Okay. Now, the Hawks, just going back to just some of the testimony, particularly from, the last witness, Captain Kruger, as well as earlier testimony, from Captain Wanda. The Hawks allegedly arrived in numbers and very aggressively. What does that then suggest about pre-operation intelligence and even a chain of command? Especially when you consider it was two teams, both possibly from the Hawks. We've been hearing about in fact, the commissioners pressing them on about concerns over safety, and the officials confirming that at one point it was quite dicey being there, not knowing at any time that things could quickly escalate.
Yeah, I think it's to almost try and estimate what the proper brief was. If any, did they have a clear brief, that they know exactly what they were sent there to do, and that they have a good understanding of what the various potential outcomes of the day and at the site might be. So this also, with all of the guys on site, this also poses a risk to the chain of custody. And when we talk about the chain of custody, we refer to it in a legal context as part of a trail, paper trail that maintains the integrity of evidence from the crime scene to the courtroom. And if evidence management is compromised, justice is compromised. So the fact that SABC is acknowledging that there's challenges in the various people that was on site and the, let's call it the contradictions in evidence and the absolute unclarity of why they were sent there and what they were sent there for. That obviously creates vulnerability in the system.